don't have the support.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a very good Friday evening to you. Once again, I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking two very different weekend days in terms of sky conditions out there. Sunshine for tomorrow and showers and thunderstorms as we go through Sunday. So obviously tomorrow is the better of the two weekend days. We'll get to that in a second. But as far as downtown is concerned right now, we do have some clouds out there, 58 degrees, well above average for that temperature. And the winds out of the east at 8 miles an hour, just making it a little bit breezy. The radar is dry, and that green polygon that you're seeing is a flood watch that goes into effect on Sunday morning, and I'll have more on that coming up in just a second. But it's going to remain dry through at least the next 24 hours. That's thanks to this area of high pressure down toward New York City, keeping fair weather in control. And that'll remain with us through the next 24 hours as well. As what will head our way, though, tomorrow night into Sunday is this storm system that I've been telling you about over the south over the last couple of days. So the greatest threat for severe weather during the day tomorrow will be from the Great Lakes down toward the Gulf Coast especially. That's where they're going to get nailed with severe weather in terms of damaging winds, tornadoes, and possibly some large hail, especially around central Alabama getting into western Georgia there, maybe parts of Mississippi and Louisiana included in that as well. Thankfully, in our area, we're not going to be dealing with any severe weather, although there could be some gustier winds during the day on Sunday. Our biggest concern, as Thomas mentioned earlier in the show, is the flooding, and as a result, we do have a flood watch for the northern and central portions of our viewing area, not only because there could be as much as an inch of rain, if not more, in some areas, but also, especially when you get up into the Tug Hill Plateau, we still have half a foot up to a foot or more of snow in terms of snow depth, and a lot of that has been melting. So we're talking about a lot of more runoff water heading into the area creeks and streams. We're talking about Oriskany, Fish Creek mainly, going into Oneida Lake as well. So certainly something we'll be keeping our eye on here as we go through the weekend. In terms of futurecast, that's going to remain quiet as we go throughout the night, other than the fact that we'll see partly cloudy skies. And when you wake up tomorrow morning, we will have a lot of sunshine out there, and that rain stays off toward the west. We're talking about Michigan, portions of Ontario as well. But when you head out for the parade tomorrow, again, it's going to be mainly sunny out there, and temperatures working their way from the 40s, 50s, and eventually into the 60s by the time we get toward that after party on Varick Street. And then after 7 p.m. is when we'll see clouds increase, and there could be even a few spotty showers out there, but it gets underway in earnest on Sunday. In terms of that parade forecast, again, the parade doesn't start till 10 a.m., but if you're going to be heading out there at around 9 a.m., it'll be around 45. By the time the parade is underway at 11 a.m., 54, and if you're heading over to Varick Street or any of the various after parties that there are, it'll be 61 by the time we hit 1 p.m. with winds out of the southeast 10 to 15 miles an hour. So as I mentioned, tomorrow's the better of the two weekend days, even though temperatures both days will be in the middle and upper 60s, and we're only getting down into the 50s on Saturday night with rain and possibly a few thunderstorms as we head through Sunday as well. Monday, it's back closer to average, but mainly dry with 42 for St. Patrick's Day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it starts to feel like spring, with spring officially beginning at 5:01 a.m. on Thursday morning, but it doesn't last long. We could see a few snow showers by this time next week.
Hopefully this is the end of fall spring.
Hopefully
we can really hope there, Jordan. Thank you. Coming up next on Eyewitness.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a very good Friday evening to you once again. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. I hope you are getting excited about the St. Patrick's Day parade tomorrow, as am I. And I'm even more excited about the fact that we'll have nice weather for it before things take a turn for the worse as we head towards Sunday. But as far as right now, we have 48 degrees in downtown Utica under mainly clear skies, winds out of the east-southeast at 3 miles an hour. Other temperatures from around the area at this time ranging from the middle and upper 40s over the eastern portions of our viewing area to temperatures still above 50 degrees in portions of Madison County and Chenango County, 53 and 52 at Deansboro and Sherburne, respectively. Even portions of Otsego County, Cooperstown, and Oneonta still into the low 50s, and temperatures aren't going to fall back much from where they are right now. That green polygon is a flood watch that's in effect as we head toward Sunday, but the good news is that at least for the next 12 to 24 hours, the radar is going to remain dry, and that's thanks to this area of high pressure, which is now, it was closer to the New York City area, but is now off the coast of Cape Cod and the islands. And that's going to keep the weather subsiding, at least as we head through a good portion of tomorrow. Again, things take a turn for the worse as we head towards Sunday. So here's a look at your weekend in a nutshell. We'll have mostly sunny skies and mild conditions for the parade tomorrow. Only about a 20% chance of rain, and that doesn't come until after 7 p.m. 67 for tomorrow, even a little bit warmer as we head towards Sunday. But again, Sunday looking like the worst of the 2 weekend days with that rain, possibly even some thunderstorms and maybe even some strong winds in there too. And as far as Futurecast goes, let's time things out for you again. Here we are right now at 11 o'clock this evening under, again, clear to partly cloudy skies. That'll be the case during the overnight hours as well. And then you'll notice as we look off toward the west, toward portions of southern Canada into Michigan at 8 a.m., you might be thinking that this rain is heading in our direction, but it's going to slow down a little bit before it heads in our direction and even weaken some. So for the morning hours, we'll be seeing mostly sunny skies, and that'll be the case through the first portion of the afternoon, which is good news for the parade. And temperatures will be nice and mild with winds out of the south as well. Then we'll see an increase in clouds, and again, after 7 p.m. tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening is when we have the best chance of seeing showers. But again, the moderate to heavy rain doesn't move in until Sunday morning, and that's when that flood watch goes into effect, and we'll be dealing with that rain for most of the day on Sunday. So this is a flood watch that I mentioned along the thruway and points to the north as we're going to pay attention to that for localized flooding. As Thomas mentioned earlier in the show, we have a lot of snow melt going on in this area, especially along the Tug Hill Plateau, and that combined with the fact that there could be as much as an inch of rain could spell some trouble. So you'll definitely want to be mindful of that and be ready to head to higher ground if you need to. Winds out of the southeast 10 to 15 for tomorrow, with temperatures rising from the 40s eventually into the 50s and lower to middle 60s for that St. Patrick's Day parade, not only here in Utica, but same thing over in Syracuse. No severe weather threat as we head through tomorrow, but that does change as we head through Sunday. We're under a general thunderstorm risk from the southern and western portions of our viewing area, when there could be some high winds, flooding, and maybe some small hail as well. But again, the flooding is the main threat, where there could be as much as half an inch to an inch of rain, maybe even more in some localized areas, and especially to the north where we have that flood watch. Mainly clear and a mild night with temperatures around 35 to 40, winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles an hour, and mainly sunny for tomorrow with temperatures even a little bit warmer than 60 degrees. Could be 60 to 67, just depending on where you are. And again, even a little bit warmer as we head towards Sunday with some rain and some thunderstorms possibly. And then a cold front moves through on Monday at the tail end of that storm. Mainly dry though, 42 for our St. Patrick's Day. And then to start spring next week, we have temperatures up into the 50s and 60s, but it doesn't last long. There could be some snow showers by Friday.
Well, the luck of the Irish is definitely bringing some good conditions for the parade tomorrow.
For sure.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 11, the Senate has voted to approve a spending bill and avoid a government shutdown just hours before the